Everybody, this is Gojo, and I'm bringing you another full series, or you can see full story about where became immortal. Now, I always been a really long time since I've actually done a full story about anime what ifs for a really long time, and it's been a couple of months. But I decided that I'm gonna make two, but you're gonna see the other one after this. So yeah. So, how Goku became immortal? Well, most of the events of the original canon timeline will go the same, except that when both Krillin, Krillin and Dende actually have an extra wish because the Guru actually been alive. Now, because Krillin kind of fears that Goku may not be able to survive against Frieza, he decides to wish for Goku to be immortal, with Gohan of course agreeing, making Goku temporarily, you could say, permanently immortal. Of course, that wish can be ungranted by other dragons, but it's practically ungrantable for now. Now, Goku would not feel any different, but he just feels that he's not actually running out of ki. Now, if you know what type of immortality that is, it's right that every time that Goku recovers, he recovers all his energy and is not drained. If he's drained, his stamina will just recover back, practically making him to have infinite stamina. So yeah. Now, Goku would have fought Frieza, but because Frieza is actually doing damage to Goku, and Goku is using Kaioken times 20, Goku's power will start to increase as you grow stronger and stronger due to the immortality. Because of this, Goku grows so powerful that he was able to reach a power level of 10 million just in his base form. And eventually, when Frieza actually destroys him with more powerful Death Beam, Goku just skyrockets his power level to 30 million, reaching Frieza's power level. Krillin will still die and Goku will achieve Super Saiyan, but because of his immortality, Goku actually has much more better control over Super Saiyan due to not having the stamina drain, or even having that much of an anger. With this, Goku is still able to easily defeat Frieza. Of course, Goku still been wondering of how he was able to recover this fast. He used to go to Yardra and Krillin still been revived like in the original. Now, Goku would have actually able to pick up more during the technique because he was able to recover much more fast due to his immortality. Eventually, the Dreads were able to tell Goku that he is immortal. Goku actually been surprised, but he does not want to immortality, but he actually realizes how important that is. So Goku decides to just continue on with his training, eventually able to fully master this transmission. He decides to actually learn another technique if he practically is immortal, the clone technique, which he's able to learn after the full year passes and master slightly. So yeah. Of course, the clones are not perfect, but they do contain a little bit of Goku's energy, if not even a little bit better. Because of this, Goku is actually able to provide this a lot better. When Goku actually returns to Earth, Goku's base form is actually much more higher, but because Goku is immortal, means that the hard virus actually does not strike. Goku actually been trained with himself way longer because of his clones, allowing him to actually access grade 4 of Super Saiyan. And why is he able to access this? Remember, Goku is immortal, so by the he will have a granted access to to Super Saiyan Grade 4 with no issue because of his immortality. Of course, Goku still scold both Johan and Krillin about which game to be immortal, even though he doesn't want to. But both will just explain that Goku deserves it since he's practically saved Earth a lot of time and died for it. He don't want him to die again. Of course, Goku does respect their choices, but he just tells them the next time to be careful about their wishes and at least make it so he doesn't not become immortal again. He's gonna keep immortality for now, but not for too long. Just so they know. But of course, Krillin and Gohan, of course, accepting it. Goku eventually does train even more. We are able to train Gohan to achieve Super Saiyan way earlier. Futures in his time will most likely remain the same as he explained to Goku. Of course, he will be confused how Goku is immortal, but eventually he will be able to find out about Gohan and Krillin wishing for Goku to be immortal. Well, of course, trusting that it's a good idea since he will be able to survive the hard virus without actually hard medicine. But Goku does take it just in case, and also give it to some of the Z virus, so they don't have it if they're around him for a really long time. Goku even give it to Vegeta just in case because he was around him for a really long time. So yeah, Vegeta actually decided to train on Earth instead of just going to another planet on of Earth. Now, due to Vegeta actually training with Goku, Vegeta actually gained incredible strength and actually achieved grade 2 of Super Saiyan. Because of this, he's much more powerful than the original timeline, meaning that this Vegeta is actually stronger. Now, both Jiro and 19 will still appear, and they'll easily get defeated by the Z Fighters. But Jiro's still able to activate both 17 and 18. But of course, Cell will still appear. If you're wondering, this cell only has a DNA of Goku who's not with immortality. But I think because Joe actually doesn't know about Goku having immortality because his boss being destroyed on Namek. So yeah, he still does not have the information of Goku possessing Super Saiyan just yet, nor does he know that he's immortal. So yeah, with this, most of the events will go out the same, except that when Goku actually trains with Gohan, he actually trains with Gohan and Vegeta, training both of them to achieve grade 4 of Super Saiyan. And eventually they will actually able to access, even Gohan to access a much more better glimpse of Super Saiyan 2. Of course, Goku knows what he must do, as the battle must likely go out the same as the original. We will face off against Cell, because the Cell is still pretty powerful because the Z-Fighters be much stronger because of Goku. Now, well, the most of the events of Gohan achieving Super Saiyan 2 and Gohan and Goku dying mostly remain the same. It said that actually Goku returns after the explosion, able to achieve finally Super Saiyan 2. Because of the explosion pushing Goku's body beyond his limits, he was able to access Super Saiyan 2 because of his immortality pushing his body. And Goku will face off against Super Perfect Cell with his son, as both Super Saiyan 2 father and son will fight against Perfect Cell. With their power seemingly being unmatchable, it's Cell is trying to keep up with them, even though Cell has the regeneration, Goku has the immortality, which is much more better than Cell. With this, Goku is easy to start to overpower Cell, as Cell even tries to use Kaioken, but Goku power using more of his power and immortality fires a Kamehameha against Cell, and Gohan joining almost like Vegeta as he was able to recover thanks to a Sensu Bean. With this, both of them were easily able to overpower Cell and kill him from the face of the planet. Eventually, all the fighters will continue on with their training. Yoho will still continue on with his training. Due to having Super Saiyan 2 way earlier than the original, Yoho was able to teach it to Vegeta, and eventually both Goku and Vegeta were able to access Super Saiyan 3. Vegeta does have struggle with the stamina drain, but while Goku does not actually have stamina drain because he's able to master it really quick. Well, Goku is actually able to help Gohan master Super Saiyan 2. Gohan does train and keep up with his training because of Goku. Not actually skipping training, but not keeping up that much. He's able to actually keep up a little bit with his training, but not all the time. Goku is actually able to train Doha, Goten, and which is actually able to train with his son Trunks, being much more softened because of Goku. Because of this, which will train his son Trunks, and both the new Hybrid Saiyans were able to achieve Super Saiyan 2 thanks to their fathers. Now, if you're wondering, does Goten possess the immortality? I'm gonna say he doesn't. He does not possess any immortality. He's just a regular hybrid Saiyan, just like he's in the original. He just has a little bit more potential because of Goku having Super Saiyan 2 instead of just Super Saiyan. So yeah. And Vegeta, because he was able to achieve Super Saiyan by the time, and I already had Super Saiyan because of Goku, most likely that Trunks will also be much more powerful. Now, if you're wondering who of them are the strongest, I'm gonna say that both and Vegeta would have been trained with their sons, almost like each other, and their sons with one another. Which right now, I want to say that Trunks is actually stronger than Goten. Which, yeah, most events does go the same. But eventually, when the Z Fighters actually right to stop Boo, the rival of Boo, they're actually been a little bit too late because Gohan's energy would have been much more powerful, meaning that he was actually able to charge Boo's energy just enough, leading it to 90%. And even the little battles that the Z Fighters actually had with Goku and Vegeta battling about these minions, they were just enough energy for Boo to be revived. Eventually, when Bali tells Boo to kill Goku, Goku doesn't actually flinch as he's immortal. Goku is able to power up Super Saiyan and match Boo in his normal state. Boo, of course, then gets irritated and then transforms into his Super Boo after, the same thing happens as the original. While Goku is actually able to keep up with Super Boo in his Super Saiyan 3, having no struggle at all, seemingly as he's able to deal with the Majin because of his immortality. Now, of course, the Spring Kai thinks that Goku's energy might not be enough, so he suggests the Patara earrings. Goku and Vegeta actually been confused with what they can do, with, of course, the Spring Kai explain how they can fuse two persons and increase their power immensely. Of course, he does not explain that fusion is permanent because he doesn't want them to disagree to the fusion. Vegeta then agrees, with Goku, of course, agreeing as well. As both then fuse into Vegeta. As Vegeta forms, he's much more powerful than the original Vegeta. In his base form, he's equivalent to Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, not even Super Saiyan 3 at this point, because his base form be much more higher because of Goku and Vegeta have been training way harder. Because of this, Vegeta will easily able to dismantle Boo. And because he's much more serious now as cocky as the original, this Vegeta will most likely finish off Boo with the Stardust Breaker just like Gogeta did against Broly. Instantly erasing Boo, but only leaving Fat Boo to be the only thing remaining. If you're wondering, Fat Boo does have the full remains of both the Grand Kai and South Kai, while the full evil of Majin Buu would have been permanently destroyed. Mogu and Vegeta would have defused after 10 minutes, which I surprised the Supreme Kai because he thought that the fusion was actually permanent. But Goku and Vegeta actually would have realized that this fusion is permanent for gods, but not for mortals, which actually surprises Shin to know that. As Goku and Vegeta continue on with their training, Goku actually decides to train under the Kais, with Vegeta actually join Goku as well. Goku also joins, but he just trains himself so he can get much stronger. Eventually, Gohan is thus able to actually achieve the ultimate form because of them breaking a sword. But Goku and Vegeta just continue with their training, and eventually Goku is actually able to tap into God Ki because of his immortality. Goku is actually able to tap into God Ki way faster, and eventually achieve Super Saiyan God, alongside Vegeta afterwards. Both of them are new to Super Saiyan God, and eventually after learning from the Dragon Balls, they are actually able to master it before actually Beerus arrives. But Goku and Vegeta have mastered Super Saiyan God and achieve Super Saiyan Blue by the time when Beerus arrives. When Beerus actually asked for the Super Saiyan God, but Goku and Vegeta not as they became Super Saiyan Gods. As both then rushing at Beerus, their power would have been immense. If one Goku not trained on the Supreme Kai's plan, because most likely he'll actually have a free time because he's immortal. So yeah. With this, he'll face off against Beerus, with Vegeta also joining. Of course, they'll actually push Beerus way further because of Goku being immortal. He can practically recover, and the power of Super Saiyan God does practically give his immortality a much more godly display. With this, Goku is actually able to even regenerate or even recover from Hakai that Beerus actually launches at Vegeta. But instead, Goku takes a hit, half his arm is actually raised, but instantly he's able to regenerate it as his mortality practically allows him to. Which actually surprises Beerus as he realizes that Goku is immortal. Of course, Goku explains to Beerus about the full accident that happened on Namek. Beerus actually realized that Goku practically accidentally became immortal because he didn't want to. But Beerus thinks that maybe he has an immortal rival. He probably have as much fun as he wants. He then fights off against Goku. Goku constantly gains Zenkais while Beerus tries to do erase him from existence. Goku gets enough strong to actually match Beerus at his full power just in Super Saiyan God. And eventually, when Goku goes to Super Saiyan Blue, he easily one-shots Beerus, which actually surprises even him and Beerus at the power that Goku has now. Of course, we will decide to train Goku alongside Vegeta as well. As well, then train all the Whis as they were able to master Super Saiyan Blue, and eventually Vegeta and Goku were able to achieve their own Ultra forms. Goku achieving Ultra Instinct Moment and eventually mastering it because of his immortality, and Vegeta achieving Ultra Ego. While Goku will continue on with his training, he will also continue to increase his power in his original base form. Now, if waiting for a resolution, if it does go the same as the original, if it does not know about Goku possessing immortality, because nobody actually mentioned it, so yeah. So Frieza does train for the 4 months, it still gets Golden Frieza, but also Gohan was kept up with his training, I'll say Piccolo, who's also training with him, means that they were easy able to dispatch a Frieza with no issue at all. Because of this, Goku and Vegeta just continued their training, and Goku actually been proud of Gohan able to defeat Frieza. Of course, Vegeta also been proud because he sees the Hybrid Saiyan as an incredible prodigy for a Saiyan race. Eventually, both Goku and Vegeta continue on with their training, with eventually both Saiyans able to master their Ultra forms. Goku able to fully master Ultra Instinct, and Vegeta able to fully master Ultra Ego. With both Saiyans able to increase their powers a lot, Goku with immortality and using Ultra Instinct can practically increase his speed and strength as long as he wants. Goku does actually not suffer the drawback of Ultra Instinct. Of course, he is able to experience it, but because he's immortal, he probably does not feel as much pain as he should be when he was a normal mortal. So yeah, Goku does face off against Beerus using Ultra Instinct, and Vegeta does with Ultra Ego. Since both of them are most likely at the same level, if not Goku a little bit stronger than Vegeta because of his immortality, most likely they are able to provide Beerus an incredible amounts of challenge. But they're able to even match him at 100% of his power, even when Beerus actually uses Ultra Instinct. Goku is actually the only one who can keep up with him at full power, while Vegeta can only keep up with 50% of him using Ultra Instinct. Eventually, Beerus does decide to actually train a little bit so he can keep up with the Saiyans, making sure that they not spam that fast. Of course, Goku just sounds like he wants to become as strong as possible, while Vegeta just does the same as well. As they continue to train themselves, eventually the Ruseis vs. Universe 7 tournament will most likely go on the same. But because Goku is immortal, most likely that Goku is able to dispatch of the entire Universe 6 with no issue at all. Of course, you actually decide to let Vegeta train Kao for a little bit before he faces off against him, which doesn't see as much of a problem. and eventually he's able to defeat him much more easily, only using Super Saiyan God like in a manga, because of his power being way higher. Now, if you guys are wondering, does Goku Black possess immortality? No, he actually doesn't, because Goku's body and his soul possesses the immortality. But if Goku Black practically stole the body, means that he doesn't have the immortality. He thinks he has, but he doesn't. So yeah. Now, the most events of the original Goku Black arc will go on the same, except that Vegeta became much stronger and much more powerful. Of course, Goku was able to fight off against Goku Black and eventually gain much more Senkais to match him base to base, with both of them able to be matchable and stronger, and eventually Goku able to defeat Black with literal ease, eventually able to find out that Zabuza was actually behind Goku Black in everything that has happened. Because of this, they'll able to practically seal Zamazu before he actually is able to fuse Goku Black. Even if Goku Black is able to practically gain much more power, Goku is able to defeat him with Ultra Instinct. The tournament of power most likely go the same, is that Goku and Vegeta are able to actually defeat the entire universe because of their power almost matching Beerus, and not even almost matching Whis at this point. But they make him an incredible powerful prodigies and even showing the limits of immortals they can do if they break the limits even further. Now, if you guys are wondering, does Jiren become much stronger? I'm gonna say that he is stronger, but he's not able to keep up with Goku and Vegeta who have been training. Eventually, most of the canon events that are supposed to happen does happen, but because of Goku and Vegeta had their Ultra forms way earlier, means that Moro is actually supposed to fuse with 7-3. You know, the androids that probably can copy any abilities is practically absorbed way earlier, but also is defeated way earlier as well. Now, 7-3 almost like would have survived a little bit, and Granola almost like all the same. It said Goku and Vegeta are immortal. It said Goku is immortal and Vegeta is much more powerful. So it means that Granola gets actually less of a lifespan than he had in the original. Because of this, most likely that Goku able to defeat Gas with literal ease, eventually even tap into a true Ultra Instinct because of it. Goku full then after training, and eventually the drama of superheroes does happening the same as the original, but Goku and Vegeta are much stronger than before. Eventually, Goku decides to get rid of his immortality. Of course, Beerus does respect Goku's choice, as he uses his staff to remove Goku's immortality. Goku can actually now feel everything back to normal. And eventually, he's able to train with Vegeta and just train regularly, not just abuse Zenkais at all time because of his immortality. Now, Goku is incredibly strong and powerful, able to match Whis in his own true Ultra Instinct at this point, which probably surprises Whis at how powerful Goku is. Goku, of course, knows that Vegeta is the only one who can match him in his full power, and he's pretty proud. He even knows about Gohan achieving a new form and even being much stronger. If only Gohan did not slack in Dragon Ball Superheroes, he actually keep up with his training because he knows that his father will not always be there for him, even if he possesses immortality, which probably allow Gohan to train way further and eventually able to achieve Beast. While Piccolo able to get his awakened form in Orange form. Now, if you guys are wondering, no, this Piccolo is not as strong as Goku and Vegeta from this timeline, but he's pretty close. So on Gohan, he's actually at the same level as Goku and Vegeta, not even a little bit further than Vegeta. While Goku is still the strongest, Gohan is the second strongest, and Vegeta is the third, while Piccolo is the fourth. But that just proves that how powerful the Z Fighters could become if Goku was practically immortal. But guys, this is the end of this full story. I'm sorry it was not as long as you thought it would be, but there's much of I can provide you. Hope you guys enjoyed this full story of what Goku became immortal. Make sure to like, subscribe, and see you next time, my Z fans. Sayonara.